Yo, what's up, Greg? Grant's meeting.
And
Four
is
seven twenty.
he's just audio, right? I forget.
Yeah, he can't catch your screen.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll just read it off. Um, Here's what I got. So welcome to the Dowpunks community-led grant program, or grants program. Our cohort-based program fulfills the Dowpunks manifesto by providing funds to individuals throughout the Web3 and DAO space to enable them to take the leap from corporate to Dowpunk. So here's where I was changing the language from more of like the expectation of like, we're going to give you all, support or whatever. This is the wording I went with. If you're passionate about the space and dream about going full time, but just need that little extra funding or push, and we invite you to apply. Uh, I think that. What do you think about that being broad enough where we're not promising like, you know, the support?
I like the to bridge the gap wording that was somewhere. Like if you need a little bit of funding to bridge the gap.
Oh, great. Yeah. Because yeah, I didn't merge. I didn't like write over the old changes yet. This was just like my draft, so maybe I can. But anyway, okay.
Cool.
Funding to bridge the gap. All right.
Well, I think he was saying that he liked the language maybe that you had about take the leap from corporate to DAO punk. I'm not sure he was
Oh,
asking to add any language, but
I just meant somewhere else there was a similar sentence. I don't remember
right.
where it is exactly, but it was
It's right
basically the
before.
same sentence, but it included if you need the funding to bridge the gap. I think that
Yeah.
communicates like the intention.
Yeah, the make the leap make the leap language right before corporate. Um yeah, he was just saying he liked your language. Like what happened to the language?
Oh, this
Where's
was
the
I
rest?
was trying to bring up like the live, the other one, but
Where's the one?
this
Where's
one's fine.
yours though? Because yours is good. I think there's a couple grammar things that need to be cleaned up real quick. I'm cool with the language though. Like, I think that I don't even think like that bottom bridge the gap. I think you can take back out. Um, uh, and then that two comes out too, right?
Oh yeah, thank you.
And then like
Uh,
let's see, just real quick. Like, I think that the language around Web3 and DAO space is a little confusing. So like, um, it's providing funds to individuals to enable them to make the leap. But I mean, like, I know you're trying to say like go get into Web3 or DAO space, right?
yeah,
Um, or are
yeah,
you
I see
trying to
that.
say that because like the way it kind of reads to me is by providing funds to individuals who are like already in DAOs and Web3, which is fine, but then it doesn't say though also like the corporate. Then it kind of contradicts with the corporate to DAO punk jump, right?
Sure.
Um, because they're already not in because they're already out of corporate if we're like heralding individuals in Web3 and DAO space. Um, so I think you can probably just providing funds to individuals, enabling them or to enable them to take the leap from corporate to DAO punk and just kill that, and then you're good.
Yeah, because I do think like these, the first few, sentences that really capture it are important without, because obviously we can elaborate for paragraphs on everything, but I was trying to capture like people that are already kind of in it, but not fully, transitioned yet. So yeah, I think
And
you're absolutely
then,
right here.
well, I mean, look, I think what you wrote is good, and then I would get rid of the hyphen and full time isn't hyphenated there.
Oh yeah,
Uh, oh, it's just tricky, right? I actually didn't know this until I started doing a lot of editing in the Writers Guild, but like so community led grants, right? And so it's called like an adjectival something or other. But anyway, though, like yeah, it only hyphenates if it then modifies normally a noun, right? So yeah, I would have done that same thing a few months ago. Full
so
time,
the
but
community led
need that.
That would
And
be
I would probably
appropriate
set
though
off.
for that,
I
right?
would probably set off, but needs that little extra funding in commas just to break that long sentence up.
Okay.
So like right before but, in between time and but, I'd drop a comma, and then in between funding and then I'd drop a comma, and I think you're dialed in, dude.
Oops. Let's see. Appropriate.
Oh, maybe what you do is actually, maybe to get rid of one of the commas, you could go full time and need that, and just get rid of but, turn it to an and get rid of the comma. That might read a
Yeah,
little better.
it flows better, I think.
Yeah.
Is that little extra? I was just kind
I
of
mean,
like
it's just informal.
speaking
I
out
don't think
loud.
there's anything wrong with being formal. Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with writing like that. Because let's be
All right.
honest, like it like literally is a little extra funding in the scheme of things, you know. But it can be, but that doesn't make it so it's not meaningful.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
what else?
mentally I was combining like need that extra push, or need some funding, and it just kind of combined into both. So, all right. So unlike many grant programs, the DGP, the Dow
Hold
Punks
on,
grants.
hold on. So I think that you have the letters wrong. I think it was DPG.
Oh, I was thinking Dow Punks grants program, but yeah,
Oh, okay. Did you define it
yeah,
somewhere else?
I should
Oh, Dow
define it.
Punks. Maybe if you're going to shorten it, you should define it.
Or you just say the grants program.
Yeah.
Or, okay, unlike many grants program, ours, right? Ours is not focused on supporting a blah blah blah, right? You just shorten it
Yeah.
to that.
Sure.
This was from Stubbs. The other specific demographic is that
Uh,
skill set, profession, or other. Like I know what he was trying to say, but is that appropriate? Other specific demographic.
I mean, it's like overly broad the context of what we're talking about, sort of. But that's what you mean.
I don't think that should be in there.
I don't think we should even bring up
It's almost
demographic.
like bad mouthing inclusion grants, which I definitely am not interested in doing.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You know what I
Interesting.
mean?
Yeah.
It was like I think
Yeah,
inclusion grants
totally.
are like one of the best things that are happening in DAOs right now.
I didn't even think
Okay.
about that. That's hilarious. I mean, not hilarious, but I mean, like, thank you for catching it. Yeah, let's get it out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whenever I see the word demographic lately, I get kind of triggered. So, uh, no, but I think you're right. So, profession or other narrow focus.
I don't think I can't see your screen. Your screen. Sorry, your screen is all blurry now.
Oh, did I lose connectivity?
Just part of the. It seems like it's just a little bit muffled up.
Let's see.
No, the bit rate just dropped, man. It was fine. It just needed to give a second.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, or maybe like I would just get rid of all that and just use skill set or profession.
Yep, that's fine with me.
Said the grants program or define Dow Punk's grant program, and if you use that I don't think you use the DGP a lot, do you?
No, he had it in as originally it was the Dowpunk Liberation Fund, the DLP, so or DLF, excuse me. So
You can just kind of
that's
keep
why,
that.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so maybe I'd get rid of that and just turn to like instead of the grants program or whatever, unless you're going to define the whole thing, like whatever you're going to do. But I don't think you use it enough to define.
I don't think we need to,
I don't think so.
because without the without that like special name, the Liberation Fund, I don't think it needs its own acronym. But
true, but I like it was cool. And to encourage the growth of that ecosystem, I think you can get rid of as a whole and just take those words out.
redundant, right?
Yeah. You're missing by enabling people from all walks of life, by I would say by enabling everyone the opportunity. Cool. Grant recipient will be expected to post progress and/or materials for the DAOpunk community that help educate and document the DAOpunkification process as a benefit.
So this I was kind of stuck, when we talk about expectations. I wasn't sure how to. I was messing with Stubbs' wording here.
We don't have any expectations, though, do we, guys? Is that part of where didn't we settle on that, or did we not?
Only that they do like a progress update with
But
either
AMA,
the AMA.
yeah, like the AMA podcasty thing. But I mean, in terms of like any other specific info, is there any? I don't know. That's a real question I'm asking, not being hypothetical.
I don't believe so. It's only to their benefit to do so, in the sense that more visibility could lead to greater what the hell is that? The coordinate,
Totally.
more visibility. Sorry, go ahead.
Where does this info go? Is it on the homepage, on the webpage?
Well, it will be. I wanted to include like these opening paragraphs, as well as
Yeah, what's down there?
the ideal grant. I'm going to change that, instead of ideal grantee, I'm going to change that to what was the language? Because we didn't want to say like ideal, but
no. Where do you see any of that language at?
sorry. So on the left,
I see that. But how does that break down to the right? Oh, would this Git book like be available to the public to see?
it will be, but the idea is we're going to have a simplified, just kind of one page, like the explainer, like the intro doc, essentially.
Yeah.
And what I was saying was it'll just include like these, first summary paragraphs. I wasn't going to put the whole grants proposal thing on the explainer doc. Like maybe we can link to it, but this, you can see here it's embedded. I don't even know if we need it embedded here, honestly, but
this is the explainer doc. Yeah.
well, this is our whole original ratified grants doc.
Right, but the whole thing that you have here, that includes the grants proposal and the ratified version thereof.
Right.
Thereof and therefore too. Okay, well, so like
this is the long form description of the whole grants program.
Correct.
In Gitbook. And then included in here will be the brief explainer, but the brief explainer will be on the website.
But so what are applicants going to see? Are they going to see this Gitbook?
They're going to see the brief explainer.
Right.
Which will be on it'll be on the web page with a link that takes them to the forum. But there will also be a link to this Gitbook so that they can learn more about the details if they want.
Yeah, if you want to dive in and look at, the long form descriptions of things, like we figured it'd be a good resource.
Yeah, dope. Well, that's cool. Okay, great. I mean, we could break up that sentence in the second paragraph, but I'm like, I don't care that much. Like, we're good.
So, yeah, the main thing that I just was trying to hammer on was, again, not trying to say expected or required, in the sense that, I don't think we're going to be too hard line on like you have to post like an update every week or anything like that, But the basic expectations, I understand it, is to do the AMAs and do like the essentially you're not required to do it beforehand, but I think it's based on incentives, right? So if you're going to try to be visible and get votes, before the grantees are selected, you're going to automatically participate more. At the midpoint, if you want visibility and to try to gain more, coordinate votes, you're incentivized to be, more to participate more. And I guess the only one without a direct incentive would be the last check-in, which is, at the end of it, which is where, we're just going over what could be done differently, or what did you like, that kind of thing. I guess there's no direct incentive for that, unless, hopefully there's just, the people we choose, they love the idea of giving back to the community,
Yeah, part of it for sure is going to be about the selection process. All right. Cool.
So, in summary, though, my point is, I don't think "will be expected" maybe then is the right word
No.
wording.
You could just say should or something. I mean, that kind of puts it in their court, or you just kill the whole paragraph, right? I mean, do you want to tell them they're going to be expected to like do an AMA and a podcast? I just don't know that like I'll have to worry about it. Micah, what do you think? Flip fast. Craigbot, what do you think?
Wait, sorry. Where are we at?
So
What? Yeah, go ahead.
for it, Garrett. No, you're good, dude.
Okay. So what I was debating was the language on what the way I was describing it is we're not exactly like requiring, participation. It's more of an incentive-based structure. So when we're describing like the activities, meaning like the AMA or maybe the interview and then the post, whatever you want to call it, the retrospective. I didn't want to put like it's required.
I think that you don't want to put it required, but you basically, I think the word you're looking for is encourage. Each grant recipient is encouraged to post progress in our materials for the Downpunk community, because that's what you want. You don't want, it's not a requirement, but we want like, we're not requiring them, but we want them to give us updates so that way their coordinate round is easier. So how do you, what are we looking for? I think it's encouraged. So that way they know that that they're like, it's not a requirement, they don't have to, but like we want them to do it, so that way one, to keep tabs on them, and two, so that way they can let us know how they're doing.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
That was the spirit of what I was looking for.
That's the spirit. Sounds good.
Yeah, I got one wording thing done right today.
I honestly, I think it is important. That's why I brought it up. Just these first few like summary paragraphs. Like, I think these are important.
Oh, definitely. This is.
I mean,
This is some of our first like outward-facing content. Other than the very brief manifesto on the homepage. This is going to be a lot for a lot of people. This is going to be like the only content that anybody's ever read about what we're actually doing, in the DAO of DAO punks.
True.
Which is awesome.
And yeah, I'm sure his hero could tell you in the legal sense that one word can change a 100-page document, so.
Thank God I never had to deal with stuff like that too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, so, Micah, are you saying that you... But this is not the website language, right? Or is it? That's where I'm confused. Sorry, guys.
No, so I'm going to port some of these pieces. Like, so these intro paragraphs.
Yeah.
That's going to be ported over to the main cover page. It's going to essentially be the intro paragraphs, the ideal grantee, quote unquote. Not going to label it that, but basically what we're looking for. That's going to be there. The calendar is going to be under that, calendar of events. So you can sign up for notifications and look at, just visually look at the timeline. And then basically links to further info, or just, hey, if you're ready to apply, just apply now.
Cool. That sounds good. I might shorten up that middle paragraph a little bit and like put a period after community, and then say, yeah, and then just
Oops. Okay,
put
so
some kind of noun in there and call it good.
for the Dowpunk community. Okay. See help. Okay.
I mean, like these progress reports or something, right? Like whatever you want to say.
Yeah, like this.
This requirement, this process is something. This will. You can always just leave it really vague if you really want to.
Yeah, I can play with that a bit more. This
Anyway,
will
I
help
just shortened it
educate
up.
and document.
My pal True Cat likes to make short sentences, and then now she's ripped into my soul and implanted an editor at me all the time, wanting to shorten it up. So my apologies.
No, I need it. I love it.
So yeah, that's all cool.
Okay. So and yeah, there'll be a reference to for a full full breakdown of the expectations. Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Totally. Yeah.
Check
I
out
think
the
all you need
summary.
is drop an on after the voted, and I think that's all good.
Oh yeah, voted on. Oops.
Easy.
Okay, so that'll just be a link. We don't have to embed the doc, on the actual cover page. So yeah, this is what I put. In the next section, we expand on the qualities and characteristics we're looking for in grantees.
Cool.
That's how I wanted to summarize. I'll summarize that, shorten it up on the actual page. Like the explainer page on the website. But anyway, so after those intro paragraphs, we're going to talk about a future Dowpunk. Maiko, you remember we were talking about this. We weren't going to use ideal grantee. What language are we talking about for that? Do you remember? Like
The ideal grantee.
or maybe live fast.
I don't remember. I don't remember talking about that.
Maybe I'm just
I
imagining.
don't remember that ever being an issue. Actually, that word. I don't particularly have an issue with the word. Like I feel like the ideal grantee. I mean, there is an ideal grantee. It's somebody who is defined in the, by these 3 bullet points in the grant proposal. I forget exactly what they are.
Model grantee.
The ideal grantee is somebody who's familiar with DAOs already.
It's basically
not
these
brand
3.
new to this
Ready
space.
Full-time DAO, knows what they're getting into, ready to share, right?
Yeah, I think
these are the 3 key ones.
I mean, we could use the word optimal if you don't like the word ideal, but it communicates the same. Is it the idea, or is it the word that you don't?
I must be
like?
misremembering. I thought that was an issue for whatever reason. I have no problem with that personally. Ideal grantee.
Okay.
To me, it just is simple, and I think it's pretty clear. Like it's not offensive.
The other
or
word
anything,
is like target, like the target, but that's not really very nice word.
I mean, I'm just looking up good synonyms that might be good for it, but like we have like optimal. But that's a little bit more harsher. But I would say if you want something a little bit more lesser than ideal, the model grantee.
Model grantee.
But no, ideal would be better in this context.
Yeah, I think just keep it. I again, guys, I'm sorry about that. I thought
mean,
there
it
was
could
a
just
problem
say.
with that.
We could change the wording up completely and say like, who is this grant for? or is this grant for you? Question mark. And then have those 3 criteria. I kind of like it being oriented towards them. So like saying, is this grant for you? And then say, we are orienting this grant towards people who are ready to go full-time, familiar with DAOs, or knows what they're getting into, and wants to participate with the community. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
not that exactly, but basically.
Yeah, criteria, I guess. Yeah, that's Stubbs had that initial criteria. That's supposed to be a colon.
I think keeping the language on the actual page, like colloquial, casual, and oriented, and like outward facing, so like oriented towards the reader, as if you're speaking to them,
Okay.
is nice. And also kind of like, I like the DAO punk kind of slang that we got, you know, the aesthetic that we have of being a punk. Like, I'm into that. But side note.
No, same. I think that's true. Let's see. Because, this goes into like, too much detail. I could definitely shorten this up. We don't need any of this really on the cover page, right? Because we're talking about like DAO readiness. That's the whole point of the application, right? We're going to find out what kind of experience they have, and if they have a plan. There's no point to include this on like the, just like the cover explainer page, right? Because these are basically like the actual questions on the application. How would the grant help you? How would it,
Right.
Yeah, so
I mean, we could say as much as we're looking for somebody who has a plan.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think maybe like if we have the ideal grantee and these 3 bullets, maybe a couple sub points, like ready to go full-time DAO. Maybe I could say, I don't know an example, but for knows what they're getting into, you could say, have a clear plan of action or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I guess I want to condense it as much as possible.
Yeah, I think that's basically on the same bullet point. We'd still have those 3 criteria. Knows what they're getting into, and it's kind of included in ready to go full-time DAO and knows what they're getting into both. But I think we can just throw it in one of those sentences. That would just be like, is ready to go full-time DAO and has a clear plan for how to accomplish that.
Yeah, just add it on to that, expand on that point a bit more. That's what you're saying, right? Ready?
Yeah, but I think you can keep it that simple. Just be like, it'd be basically, is this grant for you? Question mark. We're looking for someone who is ready to go full-time and has a plan to do so, and has a clear plan for how to accomplish that.
A clear plan to get there. Are you ready to go full-time
Yeah, that sounds
DAO?
good. Yeah.
And have, okay. So I'm just reading it again. the community are ready to go full-time DAO and have a clear plan to get there. Okay. Right. Wait. And my grammar's all messed up now. Okay. Ready to go. Initial criteria for a grantee. Is that right? I think that's right.
Garrett, I'm on my phone, so I haven't actually been like being able to watch what you're doing. But are you inside the page that is labeled like grants
The ideal
explainer?
grantee.
Oh, you're okay. So you're making these changes in the Git book, the whole Git book repo. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
and
do you see there's the one page that is under, I think it's under coordinator's guide, and it's like the public explainer or something to that effect. Is that in there?
it should be.
Okay.
Let's see.
Because that's where we can consolidate what's in the Git book, which we don't want to delete or remove like a lot of that content, but we do want to condense it into a simplified public explainer,
Right.
and we can put it in. Yeah, we can put it in that page.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting to put that onto like the website, but I forgot you said let's just put it for now.
That's
We'll
just
just
where
put
we
it
can
on
edit
this.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
condense it,
Okay.
edit it, have it right there. Basically, pull stuff from the content in the Git book, refine it, boil it down to like a colloquial, outward-facing paragraph or two, and then we copy paste it onto the website once it's ready.
Yeah. No, that
And
makes sense.
I put a brief. I think there's 3 sentences in there already, which is like a statement of our philosophy on the grants program, why we're doing the grants program that came out of the ratified grants proposal.
Let's see. And where did you put that again? So I have.
I think it's under a coordinator's guide to cohort 0, I believe.
I might be having that update issue again because I don't see any. What did you name it?
Oh,
Do you
let
remember?
me think. I may have named it public explainer or public grants explainer or grants intro, maybe. Is it not there? I'm on my
No,
phone, so
but
I'm not logged into Gitbook on my phone.
no, it's no problem. I was just remember last time it was showing me I was having like an update conflict sort of thing. So
I
I'll
remember
just
that.
refresh it after the meeting and find it. But
Okay.
that's the point though, like you're saying.
Okay.
Because I was
Yeah.
talking to Hero, like these are the things I want to pull when the website's active. But like you said, why don't we just make it ready right now? So I'll use that.
Yeah.
So then we could just copy and paste it right onto the website.
Right.
That makes more sense. Okay, so I'll do that. Let's see, what else did I want to clarify? I was looking into. Yeah, I'm going to take out the rest of these Dalpunk Liberation Fund references. Yeah, the only other thing I wanted to show you that I didn't mess around with was we talked about the Google Calendar here. So essentially with the, let's look at, oh yeah, I know, Micah, you can't see, but essentially this will just be called the Dalpunk's Grants Calendar. I just put subscribe to automatically receive key date reminders from the grants program. Now, are we going to use, because it says you can choose your time zone, are we doing universal time? Is that the plan?
Sure.
I don't know if there was like a preference for time zone, but usually, I know we were talking about talking about space in hours or in days. Anyway, so if we're fine with universal time, that's fine with me.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I can add you. I'll add you guys. You can add or modify the calendar.
I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But can we use a lunar clock?
I know you're big into that.
I would.
I'd rather
Like,
not.
if it were
but,
me, I would do it. But I know that we don't need to do that. It's okay. I'm gonna create Lunar DAO. We're gonna take over the DAO sphere with a lunar calendar. It's gonna be great.
I mean, the whole DAO could literally just be providing calendars for other DAOs.
Yes.
Okay, so about notifications, though. I didn't want it to be the day of. But is one email enough? I don't think we need two, right?
One should be enough.
Yeah. What do you think? 2 days before?
Yeah. 2 days.
And then just a notification the day of?
Yeah.
Can I put 0 here? Yeah. All right, so other notifications. So if a new event is added to the calendar, people get an email update, right? If something is changed, I imagine we should have an update for that too, no? Like changed or canceled.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Very rare, but you never know.
yeah, if for some reason. I'll put it on there, but again, once we say, okay, these are the dates, that should really be pretty much set. Hopefully, yeah, won't have to make any changes there. And then the easy way to do it, to integrate it right into the website, we have a URL right here and an embed code, so we can literally just put it right into, if we want to view the calendar visibly, or just post the link. That's really easy. They provide it right here for you. So, let's see. Yeah, I think that was it for the calendar stuff. Just wanted to share that. Cool. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Unless, Maiko or Hero Live Fast, you guys had any other thing you wanted me to go back to, or?
No, I'm good.
I'm good, dude.
Cool. Well, Hero, as always, I appreciate the help with the editing, man. You definitely have a lot of experience, so I appreciate it.
It's a terrible disease. I can edit everything to death. I just grab that and start editing it. Like, it's terrible. Like, my own stuff, I'll edit up until like the final minute before it's absolutely due. It's totally, and yeah.
Yep. It's a blessing and a curse.
I don't know what it is. But cool. I will not kill. I will gently shut down Craig.
Sorry, I dropped down for just a moment.
And yeah, I mean, if you want to send me the core text, I mean, I can edit it more, but I don't think it needs to be over edited or anything. Like,
I think it'll help. Like Maiko said, I'm just gonna put it on the one page in the Git book so we could see what it'll look like. So whenever the website's live, we'll just copy and paste the whole thing.